Hello, my friends of Art of Skincare. It's Jeana here, and we're going to have some fun today. I'm going to be talking about the Ampoules from Dr. Esthé. We're going to be talking about Caviplla and the Gold Serum, and I'm going to show you how to get just an amazing facial treatment for yourself. This is something I like to do once a week, and it makes such a difference for me. So some of the things you'll want to have on hand to do this treatment are a variety of the Ampoules from Dr. Esthé. You want your Caviplla, you want your 24 karat gold. So we'll be using the Time Master Pro, the Skin Wand, and we will be using the TriWave, MyoLift TriWave with the sheet mask. So we'll be using our 24 karat gold sheet mask, which is on special right now. And I'm going to be using some electrodes. And I'll be using this wrap to give myself a nice firming facelift treatment. The first thing is that you're gonna wanna do a good cleanse using a gel cleanser. If you do an oil cleanse that doesn't rinse clean from the skin, you are not going to get these products to work. If you use a balm cleanser or you use a cream cleanser that doesn't rinse from the skin completely, your cleansing gel your products are not going to be able to penetrate through that film that's left on the skin. So you want to use a nice cleansing gel that's not too drying, and that's what's going to prep your skin so that it can actually receive the good nutrients that we want to put in there. So I'm going to be using the moisturizing cleansing gel. Let's get started. I'm going to do a live demonstration day for you guys because this is just so much fun. I do this pretty much every morning, some variety of this every morning. I don't always do this full treatment with all the devices, but this is pretty much a good part of my morning routine. It's slightly different, but not that much, really. So first things first, let's grab some cleanser. Take off my ring. Okay. Some cleansing gel. I have this cleansing gel on dry hands. I'm just going to rub it around a little bit and rub it onto the skin so that those good ingredients in the cleanser are getting right to work in the skin. Now I'm going to grab some water. I'm going to put some water in my bowl here. Without getting it on myself. It's hot. There we go. Nice and hot. So then I get some water in my hands and see how I foam that up. And now I can come in here and really get to work and foam my cleanser. I recommend doing a full 2-minute cleanse. If you need to, you can add more water so that you keep that good slip. If you have an MBK wave at home to do your cleansing with, do that. Use the wave and keep adding water as needed to keep it moist and keep moving it around. That's going to give you a nice deep cleanse and not a drying cleanse. This is a cleanse that's going to rehydrate the skin. We're actually pushing water into the skin, and this is one of my key secrets to beautiful hydrated skin is doing a nice long cleansing massage using a good cleansing gel, and do that twice per day. Sometimes I use my knuckles, make it more interesting. Sometimes you can use your Anma if you want to. Clean your brows. That's one way to really keep your brows growing, is to do a good cleanse on your brows. If they start getting dry and flaky in there, it's because they're not getting enough exfoliation. And that's when you really exacerbate that thinning of the brows. Okay, now I'm going to grab a Clean Skin Club wipe. Let's get one of those out. One or two. And do my rinse. I would say in my 40s and 50s, especially I think this came out in my 50s. So when I was using this in my 50s, I was a lot more sporadic with it. I would probably use it more often on days when I just wanted that extra glow and everything. And it was great. But now, as I've gotten closer to my 60s, and now I'm 60, I'm using this every single day religiously because it's just keeping my skin that great. So I have a great skin day every day. These are the Supremes. The Supremes are thicker and they have more of a nubby texture on one side, so you get a little bit more of exfoliation with it, but yet they're still really gentle. After I do this in the mornings, I then use it to clean the sink off, clean my mirror with it. I love these things. Okay, clean skin. You know, I'm going to do a double cleanse just because I can still feel a little bit on my skin. That feels much better. That's good and ready. Okay. Now we can dry. Now I want to talk about the Ampoules because all of these Ampoules play beautifully with Caviplla. So another problem that you can have with your Caviplla is using a serum that doesn't play friendly with it, and it stops it or inhibits that foaming action. We want this to oxygenate. When it oxygenates, that's what drives this down through the pore into the hair follicle, where it affects our fat pad, which in turn affects our collagen production, and all that good stuff happens. So we want it to be oxygenating. So we want to make sure that we use serums that work well with the Caviplla. All of these serums from Dr. Esthé were really designed to work well with Caviplla. So let's go through them real quick. We have the MGF. Let's try and put them maybe in order from lightest to most hydrating. There we go. Let's start with vitamin C. That's really kind of the lightest one. The vitamin C is going to give you that antioxidant protection. It's also going to give you some brightening. So I'm going to do essentially a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layer facial today. So I'm going to start with a bit of vitamin C and put that on my skin. And here's where we get to find out if I can get one of these TMPs here to work, if any of them are charged up. Oh, that one works. Oh, there we go. The lights don't change. Or no, I'm hitting the wrong button. There, I want it on red for this time. So each layer that I put on, I'm going to drive in with my TMP. Now the vitamin C dries really fast. And because I was messing with this thing, it's already dried into my skin. So there's no reason to use this. There's no slip. If you use this without slip, it really doesn't do anything. So let's grab some Azulene. Azulene is that one for anyone who has rosacea or inflammation, redness of the skin, or really sensitive or sensitized skin. This serum works great for you. So got that on. I'm going to use green with it this time. Green is for hyperpigmentation. And I'm just going to do this for a couple of seconds here. Right over the lips. Using outward strokes. That's going to help assist with lymphatic drainage. Great. And this one has a bit more slip to it than that vitamin C does. There we go. Okay, next one I'm going to grab is the MGF. MGF has, all of these have that snail mucin, but this one has quite a bit. It's got those growth factors in there and naturally occurring vitamins and retinol in there. And so about a half of a dropper full. And this is just going there, getting a little more hydrating each time as I work my way up through these serums. So this time I'm using my red. Red is that healthy aging color, stimulates collagen, helps to heal damaged DNA. And really, I'm not doing a very long treatment, so the LED in this kind of a treatment is a supportive treatment. It's not like a professional strength treatment where I would use that light stem and use it for a full 10 minutes. This is just giving my skin that little bit of extra support that's really wonderful. If any of you don't have a TMP yet, there is one left. This is the last one that we will have before Christmas. We found it in the stock room, so we were sold out of them and just found it today. I went and said, why isn't this on the website? So there is one right now on the website if you haven't got one yet. The different colors we have for this device. Let's start at the very beginning. So you'll have a combination. I don't know if you guys can quite see it, but it's a combination of all the colors there. Then you have flashing. Flashing is probably the strongest. My eyes don't like flashing and it gives me a headache, so I rarely use that setting. The next one is red. Red is that healthy aging, de-age repair. And then we go to green, which is for that hyperpigmentation, evening that out. The next thing is blue. Blue is for balancing oil production, and it's also antibacterial. So anybody who has more oily skin really loves that blue setting. I'm going to switch it back now to red, and I'm going to grab the hyaluronic acid. The Hyal solution, this is the most moisturizing of all of the Ampoules. I'm going to put on a nice layer of that. A lot of our acne clients use this one. They like to layer usually the green one, so the Azulene with the Hyal. And this is going to give me a lot better slip. Dry my hands, and there we go. Work that into the skin. Now, what else could you use? If you don't have a TMP, you could use the Wave. You could use the Skin Flower from MBK, or you could use the Skin Perfector from Lemieux to push products into the skin. You could use your Curve on the ultrasound setting to push products into the skin. Okay, so now I have all of my Ampoules worked into the skin. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my TMP and I'm going to use my Caviplla. And what I want to do with my Caviplla is a new thing I've been doing, and I love this, but I'm going to use 4 pumps of my Caviplla. And then I'm going to grab the 24 karat gold Ampoule, and I'm going to use about a quarter, about that much. And I'm going to mix that in my hand with the Caviplla. Now I'm going to put this on, and you could work this into the skin using your Time Master Pro or any of those other devices, but today I'm going to show you how to use the skin wand to put this in your skin. So you can see I just kind of get it on there, let it go do its business here. It's going to get nice and foamy. That's that oxygen doing its work. Pressing it down, you can see the gold flakes on there. Now I'm going to grab my skin wand, and I'm going to use my skin wand on, the first setting is blue, the next setting is green. I'm going to use it on green setting, and I'm going to use my skin wand almost like you're microneedling. So think about if you were to microneedle this into your skin, but this is much safer because we are using this nano technology with silicone, no stainless steel needles, so we don't have to worry about getting hyperpigmentation or inflammation from this. So there's 3 settings on your skin wand. The first setting is blue, and that's your gentlest setting, the lowest vibration, and that is usually what's best when you want to get right in around the eye area. I'm not putting this on my eyes because Caviplla too close to the eyes will cause puffiness because it's a filler. I don't want to puff that up. But so the blue setting would be for the eyes. The green setting is for all over, anywhere on the face. And then the next setting is red. You only want to use the red setting when you're wanting to exfoliate the skin. The red setting is going to go in and break up the cellular connections, and so the next day or 2 after doing the red setting, you'll see some light flaking and peeling because you've disrupted that skin surface so that skin can just lift off. And when you start seeing that skin lifting off and kind of rolling off, that's when you want to use your enzymes. Use your enzymes, and your enzymes are what's going to digest away that dull, dry skin that's been lifted up off the surface. But see all this foam? This is because I cleanse so well and because I use compatible serums with my Caviplla. I like to work it right into where my little lines are, so my little 11s. Out here where I smile, I can work into this area. Get over here. If you've got those horizontal lines going here, you can work on those. My forehead doesn't have too many of those lines going that direction, but it's got a little larger texture, a little rougher texture, a little crepier. I definitely can tell at 60 that the skin is getting a little thinner, and so it's showing more texture and lines. So this is really nice to work this into the skin and rejuvenate this area. You can use this. I can take some of my foam here down my neck, do the neck area. And it's really pretty much worked in at this point, and I've gone over my face pretty well. So I think what I'm going to just do is grab my device and just do a little last bit of my device just to make sure it's all, the foam is all worked in everywhere. Okay, now the next step in this beauty treatment is to grab my sheet mask. So I'm going to move my ampules to the side. Here we go. Got my sheet mask, and the next step you're going to need is your TriWave. So I've got my TriWave here, I've got my electrodes here, and I have my chin strap here. So let's go for this. This is the goofiest thing to do online. I think everybody looks really scary. Unless, I don't know. I've seen these photoshopped on people's faces, and I've wondered, how do they look good in a sheet mask? But it's because they Photoshop it on. When you really wear a sheet mask, it's not so great looking. But man, they sure work. So I've got my 24 karat gold volumizing sheet mask. I have virtually done almost a microneedling treatment. This is a collagen induction treatment. That means it induces collagen through the use of the nano needles. So now we're going to put on our sheet mask. Drive more good stuff into the skin. There we go. This is where it gets spooky. Now I'm going to be talking, so I'm going to leave my mouth uncovered, but when I do this at home by myself, I cover my lips up like this. So my lips are covered, but I want to keep talking for this video. So I'm going to get right up on the edges there, smooth down around everywhere. Get a good fit. They've really improved the fit on this mask too. I used to have trouble with the fit around my nose and eyes, and it fits really well now. I don't have to do any extra cutting around here to get it to lay down, which is good. Okay, now we've got to have 2 electrodes. So the first electrode I've connected already. Here's my cord. I'm going to connect it right up here on my forehead. Go back this direction. The second one is going to go right underneath my jawline right here. And I want to make sure that I don't put the mask underneath this pad. So this pad is enlivening, running the current through the mask. This pad is going to run it through my skin so that we have a current going from the mask to my skin and doing its wonderful action. So this one is going to go nice fresh one. Here we go, right under here. Making sure I don't get that mask. There we go. The mask can lay on top, that's not a problem. And here comes the really pretty part. The pretty part, I got my snore strap. So I'm gonna use that to hold up my whole face, my chin. I got my ear holes. My ears can pop out. And come all the way up and connect on top of my head. This makes it so if I wanted to, I could do housework while I have this on. Not that I recommend doing that. I usually lay back on my bed and put on some good meditation music and do a good morning meditation with this on. Okay, now I am going to do my settings. I'm going to turn my unit on. And generally I do a 20-minute treatment. So what I will do, I'm going to start today with, let's do for fun, let's do our erase treatment. And I'm going to do erase on level 2. So I'm going to push erase twice. That takes me to level 2. And then I'm going to hit run. And I can start to see little flashing lights, and I have a little metallic taste in my mouth, and that's how I know it's working. Also, this bar is solid across here, and that's how I know that it's working as well. So I'm going to run this for 5 minutes on erase. Then I'm going to run it for 10 minutes on rejuve. Rejuve is, to me, the most important wave that you can use. Rejuve is that wave that's going to affect my lymph. It's going to help to redensify the skin, so I have plumper, healthier skin. And then once I do 10 minutes on rejuve, then I'll do 5 minutes on educate. And educate is just that one that's going to go to work at the muscle level. So it's going to be stimulating health and good circulation within the muscle tissues of the face. So I've got this on, my face is all nice and lifted, and I'm going to spend 20 minutes on this device. And I didn't get my treatment yet this week, so I'm definitely going to leave this on for the full 20 minutes. You can see how I'm massaging this around. Anywhere that I touch and I massage like this, I'm enhancing my treatment. So this is going to drive more current into this area. I'm working across the lips. We're going to drive more current into that area. Wherever you touch is going to accentuate and do good stuff. Okay, I've now had plenty of time on my erase, so now I'm going to push rejuve. And you can see it put me on rejuve level 1, so I'm going to push it twice, and I'm now on rejuve level 2. And I'm going to do this for 10 minutes, and then the last 5 minutes is when I'm going to use the educate mode. So you can see which mode I get the most satisfaction from, what I feel works the best, and that of course is that lymphatic mode, the rejuve mode. And the reason I did things in this order is, first of all, I did the fascia. That was our erase. That's hitting your skin at the fascia level. So at the fascia level is where we have chronic tensions that we hold in the face, and it tends to create little crystals and get stuck. So what we're doing by using that erase mode is we're hitting that fascia and releasing that and getting the circulation going. Your fascia is an important part of your hydration of your skin. So not only the little lines, but dehydration lines, crepiness, that is from crystallized locked fascia. Fascia is what moves that hyaluronic acid through your skin, through the lymph. It's moving everything along. So super important to have your fascia in good health. So I start with that, get that fascia moving. That way the lymph has something to move through and there's more lubrication, hyaluronic acid. So then I'll do, after I do the fascia with erase, then I hit the rejuve. And that's hitting my skin at the lymphatic level. That's going to help drain these lymphatics through here. It's going to retrain my lymphatic system. It's going to stimulate collagen production. It's going to help balance hormones in the skin if you get hormonal breakouts. It's going to help clear that out of the skin. My people with acne who use this once a week have way fewer breakouts, especially if you're a hormonal acne person. So then we do that rejuve setting. After we do Rejuve, then we hit with Educate, and that's just going in and sending good nourishment, circulation at the muscle level. So many people get confused about loss of skin density and sagging skin, thinking that it's all about muscles, and it's not. There's all these other tissues in there that are so important. So if you're using a microcurrent device that only goes after the muscle, you can get frustrated because you may not see the results that you're wanting to see. When we talk about firming the skin, we're talking about redensifying the skin. So it's thicker, plumper. If you think of a balloon, when a balloon is saggy and doesn't have enough air, it sags down. When it's plump and firm and full of air, it lifts everything up and the skin is firmer. And so it's not really a case of just muscles sagging on your face. It's more a case of loss of collagen, loss of fat pad, loss of bone structure, and the skin is getting thinner and thinner, and that's why it's hanging in that way. So yes, educating the muscles, strengthening the muscles, nourishing them, of course, that's important. But the most important thing is that we're going after the lymph and the fascia. That's what's going to redensify our skin so that we have just plump, healthy skin all of our lives. We've got a couple more minutes of Rejuve, and I'm going to do that full 10 minutes on Rejuve because that's the most important setting in any microcurrent. So we do also sell the QT, the MyoLift QT. It's a fun device. It's an entry-level device, kind of like your MyoLift Mini. It's an entry-level microcurrent device. It is not going to give you the Rejuve setting that you want. So, but they're an excellent place to start. Kind of get your feet wet, make sure you like doing your treatments, that you'll be good about doing your treatments, because as we know, sometimes we get devices and we never use them. So, if you feel afraid, you might be one of those people. Start with a little less expensive device and then prove to yourself that you will do it and that you're worth it. And then sell your other device or give it away to a friend or a loved one, your mom, and get yourself the TriWave so that you're getting all three waveforms. So I'm going to go ahead now and push Educate. There's Educate level 1. Educate level 2. Now with Educate, this is an intense pulsing waveform. You are going to see it, it's going to be flashing. If you're like me and you can't take flashing and it makes you car sick or nauseous, whatever, then just turn it down to level 1, which is what I'm going to do right now. So I've got my Educate level 1. And it's very, very mild pulsing now, and it's not so strong, doesn't bother me. So that's the beauty of this device, is you can even move it up and down incrementally. If I just want to say, okay, 175 feels okay, it's not flashing, it's not making me feel ill, then I can push my intensity button and go up a little more. And I'm pretty sure what I can get to is about 250. Doing it with you guys. 221. Actually, 225 feels about right for me. I can keep it right there, and I enjoy that treatment. I just squeezed some more stuff out of the bottom of here, some of my serums, and so that I can apply to my neck area. And I can also take it and re-wet the mask anywhere where it's starting to get a little bit dry. Get it around my eyes. Really look, especially if you want to do nano infusion with your sheet mask, really look at the ingredients. You don't want a sheet mask that contains a lot of perfumes or weird ingredients that you don't want to be putting in your skin. This mask is amazing. Okay, what's in it? We've got, of course, the 24 karat gold, which is soothing, reduces redness, is very hydrating. This has, oh, I'm all done. Yay, I can start taking it off. This mask has biostimulating ingredients that produce immediate visible plumping, detoxification, and strengthening of the integrity of the skin texture. Okay, I'm so excited. I get to take this off and show you guys what we've done. These you can reuse. And so I'm going to stick it back on its little piece of plastic here. They, you can't reuse them indefinitely. At some point, yeah, they will stop sticking. And then you know you've got to go get some new ones, but they're not too expensive. On our website, they come in packs of 4. Okay, we're going to take the little round one off. I'm just going to stick it right on the same one. Now this sheet mask still has some wetness to it, which is kind of nice. This is what you put on your arms, your chest, your décolleté, all the way down to your belly button. Get all those good ingredients on your skin. Now you can see my skin still has some nice moisture on it, some of the skin serum. So I have 2 choices here. I can grab my skin wand and just use it on a low setting and push a bit more of this serum now into the skin. It's making gurgling noises, full of stuff. I rinse these out and then I let it run till it dries. But we have replaceable tips, so you can use a new tip every 2 or 3 treatments. And I didn't do much around my eyes, so I'm going to work this serum into that eye area using the blue setting. Now I've got a good amount of serum on my neck because I rolled it on there, so I can turn it up a notch. Go to the green setting and let's do the neck. I have to say that, yeah, Caviplla has a lot of long-term effect. Since I've been using my Caviplla really much more regularly, I'm really liking my neck. Much happier with my neck. Also been testing some new creams we have coming out for you guys on my neck and jawline, and I'm loving those. So we'll be sharing those in January. No new line of moisturizers coming in that everybody here is super excited about. Now, the other thing, if you don't want to use your skin wand for a second time, is you can grab your TMP or whatever other device that you have at home that has ultrasound in it, and you can just drive in the last bits of the serum using your ultrasound device. I use my TMP every day, so I use it on the lowest setting. I'm not a big fan of EMS, so you know if you have a TMP, if you turn it up higher, you'll feel this real kind of milking sensation on the skin and muscles jumping. I don't like that, and I don't think it's good for your skin. It actually expends ATP. What we're wanting to do is build ATP. That's the energy in the cell. So I just use it for a little bit each day, and I use it on the lowest setting. Now is when I'm going to put on my goat milk ampule. My skin's feeling tingly all over. I've done a lot of nano infusion, and this is the time, and you can see I'm a little pink. This is a perfect time to grab your goat milk ampule and load it on. Stick it up my nose. Leftovers go on the hands, arms. So if I were getting ready for the rest of my day now, what I would do is put on my Promoter Repair Moisturizer. I use the Acne Stay formula. Put on my All Mineral Sunscreen from Dr. Esthé. Put on a really light layer of a Luminaire foundation, a little mascara, little lipstick, and I'm good to go for the day. And I'll get compliments all day long on my skin. So I really enjoy this treatment. I'm so glad I got to share it with you guys. I hope that you will try doing it at home. Anyway, you guys, have a wonderful holiday season. I'll see you back here again just before New Year's, and we'll do another show. See you then. Bye-bye.